Also, jetzt geht's los. Genau. Also, die Brille, jetzt kommt noch jemand. Alliances. EUROTRASH bei meiner Ganahl. Please have no clue how to spell my name. How to spell my name. Euroshop. Euroshop. Scrum Euroshop GmbH & Co. KG. Euroshop Berlin. Hermannstraße 61. 161. Hermannstraße 161 12051 Berlin www. Euroshop-online.de. Gut. Ein Paar Herrensocken. Menge 3 Euro 4.50. USB Lightning Cable. Menge 1. 1.50. Gummizug. I'm sorry, it's fading out. 1 Menge 1.1.00. Aber das heißt Gummizug. Ich kann es nicht lesen. Strich, total Euro 7.00. Aber Punkt, it's like in German, Komma. Das nennt sich Semikolon, aber einfach Punkt, 3, 2, den da. Hashtag, ist ja wichtig. Semikolon. Aber vielen Dank, dass Sie alle gekommen sind. And thank you so much for coming. But the next exhibition is gonna be Neukölln. Also that's so to say
48 hours.
the end of it. But was any questions?
Nice.
Well, you sure? Aber es ist halt so alter Stil. Alter Stil.
Auf die alle Rechnungen.
Nein, nur eine Rechnung. Das war die einzige Rechnung, die ich habe. Aber da steht zumindest Fragen, das ist nicht schlecht. Andere Fragen?
Alles klar.
Ja, mir ist nichts klar. Aber weißt du, wenn man halt die Sachen nicht aussprechen kann, dann macht man es halt auf Euroshop-mäßig. Also auf alle Fälle vielen Dank. Aber man muss sich ja kurz halten. Ich meine, wenn jetzt. I have more poetry here, but nobody wants to hear that. I'm not so. Do you want me to read another one?
Yeah, sure.
Sure.
We're here.
Ja, warum nicht?
Come here.
We're here.
You can. Who says that? Can you go away? Can you stop staring? Can you stop being fixated on in our there, his, her, all over industries? Come, you go away. The water is running, the party line is pouring, thanks and grace and money without any consideration of what it is that wins. Can you go away? The Marxist is delivering all. Abuse, power, Epstein, Weinstein, anti-Semitism and Islamophobia. I have myself difficulties to read it. When I just write it in like 10 minutes, you know, go through paper, but chimique, prostates, well, quelques, I can myself not read my handwriting, okay. Prostates after you lose your rose, okay. Chemicals, prostates after you lose your rose, your arms, your skin, your inner organs, we fix you up. We lawyer you out. We are in hell. Come, you go away. Can you go away? We are in a building tank. No fish world allows, if not for consumption or for preparation. Can we be on time for once, for twice, for humanity, justice, climate and respect? Can you go away? Can you copy that? Can you download that? And that, can you stay? Can you go away? We need you in Paris, in Berlin, in Qatar, and New York, but the bug is in Milan. The art is in Midtown. Transit over from my international atelier, the street stamping is on the learning. Stamping is also a learning progress. I mean, you know, I have a bit of a problem to read it all, but I just, it's like a little bit like with contemporary art production, you know, anything is art. You know, I don't want to make you laugh, but you know, I'm a little bit pixelated, you know, so to say. My pixel is my brain, but then don't forget the specific expectation to survive without a pixel on your, you know. Anyway, I usually use a bicycle, but today I walk. The pig, yeah, but the pigs, we are not good enough. Yeah, I just have difficulty to read the shit. I really more, yeah, let me just, I need more friends to blind me, neglect objectivity and call it a night with nuit blanche all night long, bubbles and bubbler, blaming comes and you come. Can you go away? Can you make it into the streets? You postpone humanity forever. Hide basic, open, super, well, you know, can you go away? Basic facts. We still wait for a new rocket, machine, airliner, for the uber-rich, and peace squads that use lethal force that accompany and do not, well, oppress us, but out of touch. Can you go away? We are all out of touch because we cannot take the fact that tomorrow we could be over. You know, if you think about nuclear fuels, and by the way, if you think about, I mean, all my life I was thinking this question of nuclear self-destruction, but anyway, apparently it never goes away. But those tools here also very prominently featured, you know. And obviously I didn't understand yesterday what you meant, but I'm not a doctor. I'm just a survivor of certain abnormalities called, whatever it's called. Love calls peace and war. Yes, of love. How about that? Hyper, it means like hyper means definitely anxiety in Chinese. Hyper, you know, a world open in space, in a race for dominance and hegemony. Justifications for bigger, better, wider, stronger, more precise, but branding for Conde Marxists has only one model. Apparently just me, because nobody wants to be photographed in these times of disgust, where you could just be like identified by those amazing screen, you know, face recognition technologies that know better than you. You know, the AI boom, I'm so sorry that philosophers I meet outside, you know, who want to sell me Derrida, are basically just programmers. Apparently everything is really in space, in digital space, and I decide therefore to be on the ground, on the floor, and this is my way of not grounding myself, to not take off. But I will not shit like my professor in Vienna as activists in the university table and throw it at the public, you know. The public shits at me in form of like lawsuits, but I'm pretty good in law. And I'm not so good in succeeding. I'm basically losing all the time. But I still have time because I'm currently convincing the screenwriter, player, actor, 800 a month, to not only construct kitchen, but help me. But let me continue here. The Iron Dome for $3.5 million. The Iron Dome, have you heard of that? 3.5 million anti-ballistic missiles in a narrow place called Bottleneck, Strait of Hormuz. Isn't that like a bottleneck? A strategy in the waters, the skies, in the machines, in the factory. Here we go, my avatar. I'm my own avatar of my own kingdom of, I'm on the ground. And the yellow color here of this specific tool, you know what I mean? Let's get rid of all the shit, because we have too much of it. And this is why I always admire writers. This is why, for example, why I need to figure out how to transcribe that and digitalize it, so finally somebody can read it. But in the meantime, I'm sitting here and I'm speaking English because I assume there's always somebody who doesn't speak German. But national language I don't need. And I also don't need what we have in the United States. But 250 years of shit, racism, and now again go back into the Middle Age, and people don't even know what that means. But I continue. Sorry for being so